What if I told you that the secret to unlimited wealth and success isn't about working harder or having more luck, but about mastering the power of your own mind? Think and Grow Rich isn't just a book. It's a blueprint used by the world's most successful people to transform their dreams into reality. Today, I'm going to share with you the timeless principles that can change your life forever. Ready to unlock the mindset that turns thoughts into fortune? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Power of Desire. Let me tell you something. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever stumbled into massive success by accident. Behind every billionaire, every visionary, every record breaker, there's a burning fire inside. Not a spark, not a little flicker, a full-on, all-consuming flame. And that flame? It's called desire. Today, I'm going to take you deep into a lesson that Napoleon Hill, one of the greatest success philosophers America has ever seen, called the starting point of all achievement. But I'm not just going to read you dusty old text. We're going to live it. We're going to walk through the exact mindset that turned ordinary people into legends. Picture America in the early 1900s. Steel mills roaring, fortunes being made overnight, and average people daring to dream bigger than anyone thought possible. Napoleon Hill was right in the middle of it all. He interviewed over 500 of the most successful people in the world: Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and so many others. And what did he find? That every single one of them had one thing in common: not money, not luck, not even raw talent, but a burning, almost obsessive desire to succeed. The 6 steps to turn desire into gold Hill gives us a simple, almost dangerous formula here. Dangerous because it works if you actually do it. Number 1. Decide exactly how much money you want, down to the last dollar. Don't say, "I want to be rich." Say, "I will earn $1,000 a year." Number 2. Decide exactly what you'll give in return. Nothing comes for free. Will you give your time, your skills, your energy, your focus? Number 3. Set a deadline. A real one. Goals without deadlines are just dreams. Number 4. Create a definite plan. And start right now, not next month, not after you learn more, now. Number 5. Write a clear, concise statement of what you want, the price you're willing to pay, and the date by which you'll have it. Number 6. Read that statement aloud twice a day. Once in the morning to set your intention, and once at night to burn it into your subconscious. The young typist who became a millionaire. Let me give you a true story that brings this home. Back in the 1920s, there was a young woman working as a secretary in New York. Every day, she typed letters for her boss about big deals, big money, big dreams, and she thought, why not me? One day, she set a goal: $1 million in her lifetime, which back then was like saying $1 billion today. She followed these 6 steps religiously. She set deadlines, she took night classes in finance, and she pitched herself to new opportunities constantly. Fast forward 20 years. She sold her stake in a real estate firm for just over $1 million. The exact figure she had written down, read aloud, and obsessed over for decades. Why most people fail. Here's the hard truth. Most people never reach their goals because their desire is too weak. The first time they hit resistance, they fold. It's like building a fire with damp wood. The spark just won't catch. But when your desire is strong enough, obstacles don't stop you. They fuel you. Every setback becomes a challenge to overcome instead of a reason to quit. Chapter 2. Faith. The visualization of desire. Have you ever noticed that the most successful people in the world seem almost unstoppable? It's like no matter what happens, setbacks, critics, bad luck, they just keep going until they win. What if I told you that their secret weapon isn't just skill or intelligence, but a mental state so powerful it can literally rewire your destiny? That weapon is faith. And before you roll your eyes, no, I'm not just talking about religion here. Napoleon Hill meant something deeper. Faith is a mindset, a state of absolute belief that your desire is already yours, even when you can't see it yet. The connection between desire and faith. In Chapter 1, we learned that desire is the starting point of all achievement. But desire alone isn't enough. Desire is like planting a seed. Faith is what makes it grow. Without faith, desire dies the moment doubt shows up. With faith, your desire becomes a living thing. It takes root, grows stronger, and eventually breaks through into reality. The subconscious mind, your silent partner. Hill makes a bold claim here. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. Think about that for a second. If you feed your subconscious enough images, words, and emotions about your goal, it will treat them as facts. And when it accepts them as facts, it pushes you, often without you even realizing, to take the actions that make them real. This is why affirmations and visualizations aren't just motivational fluff. They're mental programming. Training your mind. Like an athlete. Napoleon Hill says faith can be built through repetition, the same way muscles are built in the gym. This is where auto-suggestion comes in, deliberately telling yourself over and over that you will have what you want until you believe it. And here's the trick. It's not just about words. You've got to put emotion behind them. Say your statement like you mean it, like it's already happened. Your subconscious responds to feeling more than facts. Story break. Henry Ford's impossible car. Back in the early 1900s, Henry Ford decided to create an engine with all 8 cylinders cast in one block. His engineers told him it was impossible. Ford's reply? Produce it anyway. Months passed. Nothing. His engineers said it couldn't be done. Ford told them, go back and try again. I want it, and I'll have it. Eventually, they figured it out. And that engine changed the auto industry forever. Ford didn't just have desire. He had unshakable faith in his vision, even when the experts laughed at him. The enemy. Fear and doubt. Faith can't live in the same space as fear. Fear is like a virus for your mind. It infects your thoughts, weakens your resolve, and convinces you that your dream is too unrealistic. Napoleon Hill warns us about 6 major fears that destroy faith. 1. Fear of poverty. 2. Fear of criticism. 3. Fear of ill health. 4. Fear of loss of love. 5. Fear of old age. 6. Fear of death. Most people are controlled by one or more of these without even realizing it. The first step to defeating fear? Recognize it. Then replace it with a thought of faith. Mini exercise. Building faith in your goal. Right now, I want you to grab the goal statement you wrote from Chapter 1. Read it out loud, but this time, close your eyes and see yourself already there. Feel the pride, the joy, the relief, the excitement. If your goal is $1,000 a year, picture yourself checking your bank account and seeing that number. Imagine the exact clothes you're wearing, the place you're living, the smile on your face. Do this every morning and every night. You're not just daydreaming, you're programming your subconscious to believe. And when it believes, it makes you unstoppable. Why this works? Modern science backs this up. Athletes use mental rehearsal to improve performance. Entrepreneurs use vision boards to stay motivated, and even the military trains soldiers to visualize success before missions. When you visualize, your brain fires the same neural pathways as if you were actually doing the thing. Over time, it becomes normal to your mind, and your actions start matching that belief. Chapter 3. Autosuggestion. the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. Have you ever caught yourself replaying the same negative thoughts over and over? Things like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never make it." If so, congratulations. You've already been using autosuggestion your whole life. The only problem? You've been using it against yourself. Napoleon Hill says that if you consciously take control of this process, you can literally reprogram your brain for wealth, success, and achievement. And today, we're going to learn how. Why this works. The subconscious mind can't reject an idea you feed it repeatedly with emotion. It's like a sponge. It absorbs whatever you pour in, whether it's truth or lie, good or bad. Hill says that repetition plus emotion equals belief, and belief is the gateway to action. Step 1. Write your desire statement. Before autosuggestion can work, you need a clear target. Go back to your definite chief aim from Chapter 1. For example, I will earn $1,000 by December 31st, 2025 by building and selling my online course that helps people improve their productivity. Make it specific, make it measurable, and make sure it excites you. Step 2. Create your affirmation script. Take your goal and turn it into a present tense statement, as if it's already happened. Example: I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning $1,000 a year doing work I love, helping thousands of people become more productive. Step 3. Repetition is king. Read your affirmation out loud at least twice a day, once in the morning, once before bed. But here's the key. Don't read it like a robot. Read it like you mean it. Picture it. Feel it. If you just say the words without emotion, your subconscious will ignore them. Step 4. Visualize while you affirm. Every time you speak your statement, close your eyes for 30 seconds and imagine the scene where your goal has already come true. If your goal is a new house, walk through it in your mind. Touch the walls, feel the sunlight through the windows, hear your family laughing in the kitchen. The more real it feels in your imagination, the more your subconscious accepts it. Step 5. Guard your mind. Autosuggestion is not just about adding positive thoughts. It's also about removing the negative ones. If you spend 5 minutes affirming your goal, but then spend the rest of the day saying, "I can't do this," you're canceling out your own work. Hill advises being ruthless about your mental diet. That means avoiding people, media, and environments that fill your mind with doubt. Mini exercise, 7-day autosuggestion. Challenge. Here's your assignment for the next week. 1. Read your desire statement out loud twice a day. 2. Visualize the end result for 30 seconds each time. 3. Speak with emotion. Act like you've already won. 4. Refuse to speak or think thoughts that contradict your goal. If you stick to this, you'll notice your confidence increasing and opportunities starting to appear where you never saw them before. Why most people fail at autosuggestion. Hill says most people quit because they don't see results fast enough. But remember, you're undoing years, maybe decades of negative programming. Just like going to the gym, you don't see muscle after one workout. But if you keep going, the change is inevitable. Chapter 4. Specialized knowledge. The key to big results. Have you ever wondered why some people with less formal education become millionaires, while others with degrees from top universities struggle financially? Napoleon Hill says the answer is simple. It's not general knowledge that makes you rich. It's specialized knowledge. Chapter 5. Imagination. The workshop of the mind. Everything you see around you, your phone, your car, even the chair you're sitting in, started as an idea in someone's mind. That's the power of imagination. Napoleon Hill calls it the workshop of the mind, and in this chapter, we're going to explore how to use imagination, not just for daydreaming, but for building real-world success. 2 types of imagination. Hill identifies 2 main types of imagination. Number 1, synthetic imagination, rearranging old concepts, ideas, or plans into new combinations. For example, combining the concept of a taxi with GPS tracking created Uber. Number 2, creative imagination, the ability to tap into infinite intelligence, to receive new ideas or flashes of inspiration that seem to come from nowhere. This is where genius breakthroughs happen. Why imagination is money-making power. Every fortune starts as a thought. You don't need to invent something brand new to get rich. Often, you just need to apply an existing idea in a better way. Story break. The Coca-Cola formula. Coca-Cola wasn't the first soft drink, but Dr. John Pemberton used his imagination to create a unique flavor and brand identity that the world hadn't seen before. It wasn't about inventing soda from scratch. It was about taking an idea and making it irresistible. Step 1. Feed your mind with inputs. Imagination can't run on empty. Read, travel, have conversations, learn about different industries. The more raw material you give your brain, the more combinations it can create. Hill points out, your brain is like a mental factory. If you feed it junk, you'll get junk ideas. If you feed it gold, you'll get golden ideas. Step 2. Use your imagination daily. Set aside 15 to 20 minutes every day to think creatively about your definite purpose. Ask yourself, 1. How can I serve more people? 2. How can I improve my product? 3. What would my business look like if nothing was impossible? Write down every idea, even the wild ones. Sometimes the craziest ideas are the ones that work. Story break. The Wright brothers. Before airplanes existed, human flight was considered impossible. The Wright brothers imagined a world where people could soar through the air, and then they made it happen. They didn't let the impossible label stop them. That's the true power of creative imagination. Step 3. Blend imagination with action. Hill warns, imagination without action is just fantasy. The bridge between ideas and wealth is execution. Think of imagination as your blueprint, but you still have to pick up the hammer and build. Step 4. Collaborate with other imaginations. Your imagination gets stronger when it collides with other people's ideas. Mastermind groups, a concept Hill loves, are perfect for this. When you discuss your definite purpose with like-minded, success-focused people, you tap into a collective imagination that's bigger than your own. Mini exercise 5. Bold ideas. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Write down 5 bold, borderline crazy ideas that could help you achieve your goal faster. Don't censor yourself. Remember, your imagination is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Chapter 6. Organized Planning. The Crystallization of Desire into Action. You've got the dream. You've got the burning desire. You've been feeding your imagination. But now, it's time to roll up your sleeves and make it real. Napoleon Hill calls this organized planning, the process of taking your dream and turning it into a step-by-step battle plan for success. And here's the thing. Without a plan, a dream is just a wish. Let's fix that. Why planning beats? Winging it, Hill makes it clear. Successful people never wing it for long. Sure, sometimes luck lands you a win, but sustained success comes from careful, deliberate planning. Think of building a business like building a house. You wouldn't just dump bricks and wood in a pile and hope it becomes a mansion. You need blueprints, a construction schedule, and the right crew. The mastermind principle in action. Remember when we talked about masterminds? This is where they shine. Hill says your plan should be created with the help of other people who have the knowledge, experience, and insight you need. You don't have to know everything yourself. You just have to know people who know. 6 steps for organized planning. 1. Form a mastermind group. Surround yourself with people who can fill in your gaps. 2. Decide exactly what you want. Vague plans lead to vague results. 3. Decide what you'll give in return. Money, skills, time. No one gets rich without offering value first. 4. Set a deadline. Without a deadline, your plan can drift forever. 5. Create a step-by-step action list. Break your big goal into smaller, bite-sized steps. 6. Take action immediately, even if your plan isn't perfect yet. Failure is just a draft. Hill reminds us, your first plan probably won't work perfectly. That's not a sign to quit. It's a sign to adjust. Think of failure as your rough draft. Every failed plan is just a version that needs tweaking. Story break. Jeff Bezos. When Bezos launched Amazon, it wasn't the one-stop shop it is today. It was just books. Why? Because that was the organized starting point. His plan was to dominate books first, then expand. That step-by-step focus made Amazon unstoppable. Chapter 7. Decision. The Mastery of Procrastination. Have you ever had a brilliant idea and then watched someone else do it and make millions? The difference between you and them wasn't luck. It was decision. Napoleon Hill says that one of the most common causes of failure is the habit of procrastination. And here's the twist. Most people think they're waiting for the right time, but in reality, they're just avoiding making a decision. Quick decisions. Firm commitment. Hill studied over 500 of the wealthiest people of his time. He found that they all shared a trait. 1. They made decisions quickly. 2. They changed them slowly, if at all. Average people do the opposite. They take forever to decide, then change their mind the moment doubt creeps in. Why people avoid decisions. Hill says indecision often comes from 1. Fear of criticism, worrying about what others will say. 2. Fear of making mistakes, trying to avoid all risk. 3. Fear of failure, forgetting that failure is part of the process. Overcoming decision fear. To beat procrastination, use the 2-minute rule for small choices. If it takes less than 2 minutes to decide, do it now. For big decisions, use the information rule. If you have 70% of the information you need, make the call. Waiting for 100% is just an excuse. How indecision kills dreams. EO 109 Unka. Hill points out that many people go to their graves with almost stories. 1. I almost started that business. 2. I almost went for that promotion. 3. I almost told them how I felt. The word almost is a tombstone for dreams. Stick to it. Making a decision is only half the battle. The other half is resisting the temptation to backtrack when it gets uncomfortable. Hill warns, most failures come from quitting too soon after deciding. Chapter 9. The Power of the Mastermind. Here's the cold truth. If you try to do everything in life alone, you're going to hit a ceiling. Napoleon Hill discovered a success hack so powerful, every billionaire, industry leader, and game changer he studied had it, whether they knew it or not. It's called the Mastermind. And no, it's not about being a genius. It's about surrounding yourself with people who make you better than you could ever be on your own. What exactly is the Mastermind? Hill defines it as the coordination of knowledge and effort between 2 or more people who work toward a definite purpose in a spirit of harmony. It's not just teamwork. It's the chemistry that happens when the right people combine their brains, experiences, and ideas. When you connect with others in the right way, you tap into something Hill calls the third mind, a kind of shared intelligence that's greater than the sum of its parts. Why you need a mastermind, 0133 and a cog. Think about it. 1. Thomas Edison had his lab of brilliant minds. 2. Henry Ford had his vagabonds crew, including Thomas Edison, Harvey Firestone, and John Burroughs. 3. Modern example: Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak building Apple in a garage. They weren't lone wolves. They had circles that pushed them beyond their limits. The 3 hidden benefits nobody talks about. 1. Accountability that doesn't let you slack. You can talk yourself into quitting, but try telling that to a group counting on you. 2. Borrowed confidence. When you're doubting yourself, their belief can carry you through. 3. Shared resources and ideas. How to build your own mastermind group. 1. Pick people who think big. Avoid energy vampires. 2. Diverse skill sets. You don't want 5 clones of yourself. 3. Clear purpose. What's the shared mission? 4. Meet consistently. Weekly or bi-weekly. Consistency builds momentum. 5. Give before you get. Bring value to the group. What would take you 6 months to figure out, they can solve in 1 meeting. Mastermind rules for long-term success. 1. Leave your ego at the door. 2. Protect the group's harmony. 3. Always be learning. 4. Support each other publicly and privately. You've just uncovered the mindset that built empires and changed lives. But here's the truth. None of it works unless you take action. So pick one idea from today's video. Make it your mission. Start now. Success isn't about luck. It's about the choices you make today. If you're ready to level up, hit subscribe and join PeakVoice Audio for daily motivation that moves you. Your future starts the moment you decide. Let's go. Think, grow, and get rich.